Dimensions are an interesting topic. They explore one of the most basic, yet one of the most complicated concepts of reality. They build the fabric of the reality in which we exist. For most of us, our physical world is built in 3 dimensions. In other words, there are 3 directions in which we can move: linearly, horizontally, and vertically. Each dimension adds a direction. In the first dimension, there is one line. You can travel anywhere along that line. The second dimension is a bunch of lines, or rather first dimensions, next to each other. This creates the plane. In the second dimension, you can travel anywhere along this plane. The third dimension is an infinite number of planes, or second dimensions, stacked on top of each other. You're able to travel anywhere along these planes and through them as well. When you have length, width, and depth, how do you add on to that? Well, time is the answer, and time is the fourth dimension. But how do you add time? The first 3 were easier to conceptualize because we can see them every day, but time isn't something we can necessarily see. Or is it? When perceiving the fourth dimension, think of a long snake-like figure. On one end you are a baby, and on the other end you're an old man. Somewhere in between those 2 people is you. When you imagine it this way, we are back to the first dimension. Nikola Tesla was one of the brightest and most influential people to ever touch the earth. He always spoke on how the universe works in threes. For example, the Holy Trinity, Newton's 3 laws, the 3 laws of thermodynamics, and much more. If we apply his statement to what we've been discussing, maybe it will be a little easier to visualize. So as stated, 1 dimension is a line, 2 dimensions is a plane, 3 dimensions is a bunch of planes stacked on top of each other. Now that we have reached the magic number 3, we take those first 3 dimensions and put them in a stack and put them to the side. So now imagine we are starting at 1 again. The fourth dimension starts its own stack. Since it is starting its own stack, the first layer is 1-dimensional. So currently we have 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. In this dimension of time, we have 1 possible outcome for your life, from start to finish. If we move up to the 5th dimension, we have our 2nd dimension of time. In the 2nd dimension of time, we have a plane of infinite timelines. In the 1st dimension of time, you are constrained to whatever timeline you're on. For simplicity, we'll say that you cannot change the script of your life, or rather you're stuck in the same lane, a truly predetermined fate. In the 2nd dimension of time, you are able to traverse through timelines. You're not able to jump into a new timeline. You still have to travel through the timelines between you and your destination, but you're free to move around and change which timeline you're on. Now what about the 3rd dimension of time? We're already able to change timelines, in turn changing our fate, but we are unable to do this without traversing through the other timelines. In the 6th dimension, you can jump across timelines without experiencing the others. Here's a story, for example. You're trying to pick out an outfit to wear. In the 4th dimension, whatever outfit you want is already picked out for you. You're simply putting it on with no thought and going about your day. In the 5th dimension, you're free to choose your outfit, whether it be one that you have in your closet or one in a store. You can traverse the world utilizing time to find and build the perfect outfit. But in the 6th dimension, you don't have to try on clothes or even have a closet. You're simply able to jump into another reality, exactly the same as yours right now, and see yourself dressed in whatever clothes you are imagining. If you like them, you walk out and continue your day as normal. But now we have maxed out the rule of 3. We have 3 dimensions of time and 3 dimensions of space. Altogether, that's 6 dimensions total. What comes after this? More time would be a reasonable answer, as it seems time isn't stopping anytime soon. But it's a little bit more interesting. Now I can go on for a long time about this, but I'll leave it to you to find the next piece in the puzzle.